Hey, Luther community. I'm out here grilling dinner, but also recognizing that there's some information that might be helpful for us as we're navigating COVID. My sense is over the last several days, there's some misinformation. So I want to just kind of give some top points. First order is that if you are a close contact of someone who's tested positive, you do need to quarantine for 14 days. There's no testing out of quarantine. So even if you did go to get a test and it came back negative, you still need to complete the 14-day quarantine. There's no testing out of that. Likewise, if you have tested positive, you have at minimum a 10-day isolation period that the date of that cannot change from the point of the test. So if I hear of someone who tested positive and I had some contact with them, but I'm not necessarily a close contact, which you would have been identified as, there's nothing that you technically need to do. You don't need to go in quarantine. And at the same time, there are things you do need to do. You need to continue doing the things that we've been asking all of us in the community to do. Wear a mask, physically distance at least 6 feet, wash your hands, good hand hygiene, and use the Campus Clear daily tracker so that you can monitor your symptoms and pay attention to if things change for you. Make sure you read emails that come to you. I've encountered some folks who have overlooked emails or not read them thoroughly. When there's official communication coming out from the college about COVID-19 and what we're doing or what you need to do, it's really important to read that. And at minimum, go to the Being Community website on the web page on Luther's website. If you do all of those, we're going to be in much better shape. We will de-escalate the tension that's riding on us right now with some positive cases that we've had in the last week. But at just a minimum amount, just be really clear with what needs to happen. And then the final point I want to note is that some of you have raised questions about students being sent home for quarantine or isolation. We don't require anybody to go home, but we do raise the question with those who might be within a 2.5, 3 hour drive. Can you go home? Is that an option for you? No different than if I were to be a close contact or if I tested positive, I'm quarantining here or isolating here, depending upon what the circumstances. So high schoolers and grade schoolers, they're quarantining at home. So it's no different than what we do ask a lot of folks to do. But we don't compel anybody to go home. So we have limited space on campus, whether it's in the apartments or some campus-owned, college-owned houses for quarantine, Norby House for isolation, or local hotels. If we need to, we'll have students go there. So that's my 3-minute update. Hang in there, folks. I know it's kind of wacky and scary. And at the same time, if we pay attention to the right information, take all the right steps, we'll be in good shape. Thanks. Bye.